Hello everybody and welcome on into baseball here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex, or maybe you're watching it live on twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex. However you're watching it, thank you so much for watching it. It's game number 3 against the Baltimore Orioles. We'll actually be playing in the Kingdome, a throwback Thursday game today. It's been a kind of a weird series, a wild series. 2 grand slams, both by Ty France, one in each game in the first 2 of this series. That was a very bad way of explaining that, so I apologize. A come from behind, granted not a large deficit to overcome, but a bit of a rough start that we were able to turn into a 4-run victory. We went off in the first game for 11 runs. Not feeling quite as confident after the second game, but I do think we did a good job defensively, and we were able to put, obviously, enough runs on the board, though it was a little bit late. So we'll see what we could do today in the Kingdome. We'll advance the day, because I realized I hadn't advanced the day, and then this would be when the game would be like, oh, so-and-so got traded. And I figured just in case there was anything happening, I'd give it my reaction or try to reset the timeline. Brian Wu was on the mound today, 9-3 with a 2.09 ERA, taking on John Means, 8-5 with a 2.85 ERA. So we're wearing fancy hats for the 4th of July. If you're out there celebrating, well, 1, thanks for watching this video on a holiday. 2, if you're out there celebrating, please celebrate responsibly. Like, be chill. Just have, like, a fun time. You're watching stuff explode. It's a good time. Kinda. I don't know. I'm not a big... The novelty of fireworks kind of wears off when you're, like, an adult, so... Whatever. We're getting into a weird spot here. The cap is fine. But we are going to throw on an old jersey, because we're at home. Home alt 97, home 93. Can't remember what we wore last time. We'll go home 80, and we'll go home 80 pants. This is kind of an ugly uniform, if I'm being honest. We'll do that, and we will go, oh shoot, which way do you have to go, right? Okay, thank God. Classic Stadiums, the Kingdome, hybrid regional theme off. All of our pitchers are hot. Most of our batters are cold. And I will, again, remember that I messed with my camera settings. This is the most unprepared video I could have possibly had today. Everything was off. All right. Here's our lineup. Anybody need rest? Rayleigh, it's a lefty pitcher. Do we have anybody that we could throw in there? Haniger. Who's in right field? Rojas? Let's go... Well, we can at least pull one lefty out that way. We usually end up with Rayleigh stuck in left field. We will pull Bliss into the lineup. We'll give him the leadoff. I like Polanco in the 3 spot as a switch hitter. Righty in Garver. Lefty Rayleigh. Raleigh's our DH. I don't know that we have a better... He can play left field. Let's throw him out there. Couldn't possibly go wrong. And that'll actually flip there. And then we can bring in Rayleigh if needed, if they bring in a righty. And I think we have everybody who's right-handed. And we'll have... Raleigh's the only guy that you would maybe swap, but there's nobody else to put in the game. So we'll go ahead and leave him there. And he's still a good threat from that side of the plate. So we'll jump in. Garver, Polanco, France, Raleigh, Haniger, Arias... I think that lineup's okay. I like, just as far as who I want where. At the top of the lineup, I have sorted the way I want. I could probably have flipped Haggerty and Bliss, but if I can get Bliss and Rodriguez on, having Haggerty in the 3 spot is actually, I think, the ideal way for me to want to do that. So
in, everybody. Glad you're with
it's all
us.
good.
4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Seattle Mariners.
Game 3.
Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby.
We are looking for a sweep if we get lucky. We're not batting terribly, which is nice. We haven't given up a ton of...
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3, Boog. They've already won the
haven't given up a ton of runs, which is even better.
It's all about having confidence, and that's what a team takes away
from
a
sweep. Game number, what, 89?
They're happy to win the series, but they'll really be riding high tomorrow with the win today.
First pitch.
When I was born in 1989, this is where the Mariners were playing. That's how that all ties together.
Almost ready to get underway, and today's starter, number 33. And singing,
Brian Woo's 9-3. We started kind of rough with him, but we've actually been able to turn it around, I feel. Woo is one of our stronger starters. We've had some location problems with a couple of the other guys, including not limited to including but not limited to Castillo. Okay, not a great first pitch, but that's all right. Now, he has what I want out of a right-handed pitcher, which is a sinker and or circle change. Something I can throw away from the batter. I feel like I'm choking up. Is this something you throw away from the batter? I don't know that I really want to throw this, but we'll just try to throw it a little lower. Fought it away. I was actually thinking about throwing a slider, but I hit the wrong button. Change the speed a little bit. Yikes. Okay, all right. That was just a bad pitch. Angels winning their eighth straight game. Cedric Mullins has been a freaking nightmare. He saw 30 pitches in 4 at-bats in the first game. I did not check his stats at the end of the second game. But I imagine
that one misses, and that's ball 1.
That's a strike. Come on. You can't give Cedric Mullins extra pitches like that.
And another ball.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches, even out the count.
I guess it's consistent. That's really rough.
The pitch. The punch out there. He battled for a long
I mean,
time,
Mullins, that's a strikeout. I'm okay if I give up a one-pitch base hit. That's fine.
Good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Is that logo new?
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Pitches in for a strike. 0-1.
Where's your zone then, man?
And that's a strike.
A little surprised that was actually a strike right there.
Count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Haniger sizing it up. And there are 2 outs.
Fastball's been a bit of a problem. We have left some up. Some of those high tight fastballs have been left a little lower, and a little more over the plate.
And Boog, you and I were talking about him before the game. He's got good speed, and if you watch him in this game, he's that type of guy that's very smart. He doesn't have this just eye-popping speed, but he knows how to use it, and he's very intelligent on the base pass to get to the next base, to get around the bases, and ultimately score runs.
Adley Rutschman in the box now. No balls in a strike.
I forgot how this the white uniform in the background with the
popped up foul territory behind the plate.
God awful.
He's got it.
Very lucky. Real bad pitch. That was not what we were looking for. I was too busy talking.
3 down for the Orioles.
I'm having trouble with seeing the location.
It's Major League Baseball on the show.
Or the ball, trying to put it where I want it. It's just like, oh, hey, here are these blinding white pants. And then, oh, the big MLB.TV thing that's very bright. Here's our look at John Means. 17 games started, 8-5 record. If they bring in a right-handed pitcher, we have plenty of maneuverability, which is always good.
Having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So I'm taking the mound. This is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Oh, we got those nice batting helmets.
Seattle, Ryan Bliss.
Okay, 4-seam at 94, circle change at 85, sweeping curve at 79, slider at 88.
And the pitch.
That's a good take right there. He has... Okay, that sweeping curve is the one pitch that I am worried about. Ooh, gosh, late on that one.
The lefty fires.
Ooh, that was darn.
The wide to kick the pitch.
Yeah, it's a good take.
It's a good take.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it got me. I was looking a little too hard for some movement on that last pitch. Darn.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And first offering is fouled off.
Got real big eyes right there.
One out, base is empty. Ball one low.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one is upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping out pitches that are just a little
Okay,
too
that's
high.
all right. That's all right. We got good contact on it. Ideally, we drive it away from the outfielder, but it happens.
Seattle Mariners. In the 6th spot for them in this one, Ty France.
Well, right in the middle of this lineup, and that's exactly where he belongs. I mean, he's there for a reason, Boog. This guy, they know they can rely on him.
We're
And
only
he's
batting
a force,
.213
a
with
presence
him.
there that, you know, puts a little trepidation in that opposing pitcher. We'll see what kind of impact he has in this one.
Sam Haggerty in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And a foul ball. On the ground to the left.
Darn. Early on it and on top of it.
Tosses to first.
Okay.
And the Mariners
All right.
set down 1-2-3.
Not a great start offensively.
Nobody left for Seattle.
No strikeouts. Some good takes in there. Take some positives. Been kind of a weird series. We've been playing well defensively. The offense has been
New inning getting started. And now
kind of uneven.
Anthony Santander.
We did a good job of at least staying patient
Santander
enough
batting in the cleanup spot.
to eventually
He's
break
knocked in
through
9 over his last 10
in game
games.
2, but
Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0.
Really close
I
pitch.
really
down around
don't
the knees
want to
there, and you
avoid
can see
that
him
corner
asking
like
where
that,
he missed.
but we
Probably
might
doesn't
have
agree,
to.
but
That
it appears he's
is
ready to move on to the next pitch.
kind of
Swing and a
awful.
miss, and that's strike one. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, but he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said.
He'll give a little bit on the edges. Have you seen
He
three
usually
of his
does that when
three of the
pitcher
pitches
is
already?
just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it.
Oh,
the umpire
goodness.
rolls with him.
He takes it on his own. One up, one down.
That is fair. The third baseman, number 2, Gunnar.
Down to third baseman,
Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. And first offering is fouled off.
This was not the call.
Kicks and deals.
Could have stepped off.
Ball 1.
That one finds the corner. And the count 1-2.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Ground ball right side. On to France. 2 up, 2 down to the top of the second.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
And into the box for Baltimore, Ramon Urias. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Just the fastball is not where we want it. Pulling it to the left, pulling it to the right.
2 out, space is empty. Swing and a
Big
miss.
swing.
Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Orioles held in check there. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Okay, let's see if we can make some adjustments here.
And we're back. We
Pick
head
up
to the
some
bottom of the
hits.
second, and now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Mitch Garver. First pitch doesn't
He hasn't
find the
been
zone.
throwing a ton of first pitch strikes.
1-0.
Oh, that was way too early on the circle change. There's that speed difference. He's not throwing a super high heat fastball, only topping out at 94, but the circle change dropped to 85, and that sweeping curve drop at 79 is
And now the
noticeable.
lefty. And that one fouled off.
He's not doing a good job at adjusting to it way too early on these.
Swing and a ball driven pretty
unfortunately,
well
just
out
not a
towards
good
left
piece of-
center.
Not a good piece of
Mullins
contact.
makes the
Way
grab
under it.
away.
Got a
The
circle
batter now,
change.
Jorge Polanco.
Yeah. Still early. Darn.
Liner
Darn it.
caught at second.
It's never
Oh.
fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line.
You were a
drive.
touch late on it, I
Give
think.
some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Out towards left center.
I think that is unfortunately not the kind of inning that we're looking for. Darn it.
And puts the squeeze on
Way
that
too
one.
aggressive on those
And the inning is over.
last two.
We'll move to the third.
I mean, the one with
no score.
Polanco is okay. It's a pretty decent. It's decent timing. It's just kind of driven right to the defender. But the France at bat, gotta slow it down there.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Number 6,
The pitch.
Ryan Mountcastle.
There's a strike.
You know, it didn't take
It's
Mountcastle
still-
long to make a splash at the major league level. In 2021, he became the first rookie to lead the Orioles in home runs since Bert Blefary in 1965.
2 strikes.
Righty delivers. In the air, left side. Haggerty under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Just pulled off of it.
Haggerty with a little bit of a weird back step there.
Staying closed. If he does that,
I thought that was going to pull a little more to the foul pole out there.
Bunch attempt, but that goes foul. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-2 now. He goes down looking.
Not a great slider location, but it'll work.
There, I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Now it's the shortstop, Jackson Holiday. Right through there for a strike.
I guess it's just regular MLB. For some reason, I thought it was MLB TV.
Just off the outside edge, and the count is 1-1. Just missed.
Darn it.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next offering in there for a strike.
That still wasn't where I
2-2
wanted
now.
it.
Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the
Okay.
bag, and that'll do it.
So again, we're having a nice defensive
1-2-3,
effort. That's
go
what we
the
want to see.
Orioles. Still no score. And we're back. And here is Cal Raleigh.
The designated hitter, Cal Raleigh.
Here comes a pitch. And that one is lifted in the air.
That is just a terrible swing.
Santander
Okay,
makes
gotta
the grab,
settle
one
down.
Almost
He wasn't
a loud
throwing-
start to the inning on that first pitch, man. He's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Mitch
That's fine.
Haniger
That's a
stands
great
in
take
here,
right there.
takes ball
He wasn't
1-0.
throwing a ton of first pitch strikes
Still
early
tied
in the
at
game,
0.
but he's gotten a little better.
That pitch in for a strike, and
That's
1-1.
fine.
And a strike on the outside edge.
Haven't seen that pitch much. Thought it was actually going to drop a little
Just
lower.
got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back
Have
there.
enough. Hey! We were just patient enough. He stayed a little too low in the zone. One pitch too long. Hey, thank you, Haniger.
It's 1-0.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location.
Didn't really trust that it was going to get out. 55 power, pretty good, or decent contact.
Here's Luis Arias. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Okay. His zone continues to baffle me. You're way too late. Jorge Soler from the Giants going to the Marlins.
One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground to
Okay,
short.
tried
Holiday
to get to it, but
throws to first in
it's a nice
time.
pitch. It's a circle change in the corner.
The batter, number 9, shortstop.
And now the
Trying to get
shortstop, Ryan
a
Bliss.
foul. Ooh,
Swings
he got
and
me with a
misses at the
sweeping
pitch off the
curve, darn
plate.
it.
One's the count.
Comes up
Okay,
empty.
wow,
That's
okay.
strike 2.
Ryan Bliss, I'm sorry.
A guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out, the only guy in the lineup with that strike.
Got him. Third out, and that ends the frame. But the Mariners draw first blood here on this solo homer. It's now 1-0.
I'm sorry, Ryan
You're
Bliss.
dialed
I
into
think
the
both
show.
of his strikeouts have been looking, which is bad. 2 awful swings. I think you could excuse kind of the first one, trying to be a little aggressive. It's the correct pitch
So easy
to
work
throw.
with
The
big
second
boys
one,
in
we
this
gotta let
lineup,
that
but
one
he
go.
has been a pleasant
Cedric
surprise
Boland's back at
all
the plate. He
season
saw
long.
8 or 9 pitches last
Right-hander
time.
back to work. Pitch
Outside,
misses
that's
Oof,
outside.
that was just
Ball
not good
1.
at all.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Okay. Kind
And
of
as a
thankful that he
pitcher,
swung
when
at that
hitters are
one.
Swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Fights that
Trying
one
to get
away,
that swing
still
and
1-2.
miss.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Cedric Mullins,
Also
buddy,
really good
you
at
don't
batting.
have to
I
take
like
this
about
many
this guy.
pitches.
His bat
You
stays
really
in the
don't.
zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And the right-hander deals.
Oof, that was
Didn't
a
make it
nice
easy for
circle
him on the
change.
mound, but they still
That
get the
is real
strikeout.
I
frustrating.
think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't.
Let's take a look at the stats and the batter analysis. We look at the Orioles and we will look at Cedric Mullins, who's looked at 8 freaking pitches. I have only been throwing stuff in those 2 corners. Okay.
See it out of the hand.
8 pitches
Just
per
left it
at
on
bat.
his shoulder. It was
Gross.
a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
Hayes batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Foul ball there. The Orioles still looking for their first hit in this one. Popped up. France moving under this one. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Rutschman stands in now and watches strike one.
Really?
The Mariners leading by a run, top half of inning number 4. Strike 2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2
Oof.
count.
This is the
God.
zone, and a count 1-2.
Just trying a little too hard there.
To the right side. France. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
Just one of those.
Nothing
One of those
doing
tight
this time
plays
around
along the
for
first base
O's.
line.
They trail
1-0
here,
still.
1-0. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. Just missed.
It's a good take there.
That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. And another ball.
2-1.
This to center
That sucks.
field. Mullins
That
on his
just
horse.
sucks.
Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And there's one away. And up next for Seattle, Sam Haggerty. There's a strike.
0-1.
Foul ball.
Ooh. It's too early.
Bases empty, one away. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
Okay. At least fouled that off.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Ooh, almost real vulnerable for an even slower pitch.
And the pitch. And
That's a
that's
ball.
down and away.
I thought that was going to peek back inside, but it didn't.
And it's filled up.
Yanked it, okay.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the ground, out to
Darn.
short.
A little
First,
early.
He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
Now
2 outs, bases
That's a
empty.
helpful at-bat.
So now it's the
Pushes the
Mariners'
pitch count to
Mitch
10
Garver.
plus per inning. And it's technically 11.
Generally, 2nd, 3rd time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command
that's
them.
off the plate.
Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
2 outs. That's in there, and it's 1-2. Got it by him for the K. Mariners are down in order, but they're on top 1-0.
It was a nice pitch.
The next to hit for the Orioles.
Anthony Santander.
The right-hander back to work. Up the middle. On to France.
Okay, that was a little lackadaisical.
The third baseman, number 2, Gunnar.
So digging in, Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one fouled off.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Urias settles under it. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
Urias now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Getting swings and misses, but the pitches aren't quite as tight to the corners.
On the ground.
Foul.
And that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Ball 1 there.
Too close for me, partner, to take that
So
0-2
frustrating.
fastball, but for whatever reason,
Overpitched it just a little bit.
I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Out towards right center field. And
Oh
it
my God.
drops in. And that keeps the inning alive. To second, and he's safe.
That's just an awful route on my part.
Really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
In the dirt. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. And a pitch. Right through there for a strike. At the belt and fires. And a
Ooh, we got the swing and miss. Okay.
That's the 3rd out.
So another misplay in the outfield with
Is in a tough spot.
Haniger. We've had a couple of those
Great pitch.
recently.
Got the
Just some
strikeout,
bad
gets
routes,
out of
not
the jam.
quite as locked in as I
Clearly, he's
probably
happy with
should
those
be.
results.
Didn't really have much of a plan past that. I was afraid to throw the slider again.
And now for Seattle, Jorge Polanco.
Didn't matter. Got the chase on the high fastball.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. What a
Oh,
stop
no
to first.
way!
Got
No
him. Nice play.
way!
Great cat-like reflexes
Oh
right
my
there. Lays out, brings the ball
fucking
down, and
God!
fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
Ty France up next for the Mariners. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hayes has it sized up. They got it for out number 2.
It's another one of those innings, huh? I might have to get up and
Now
fix
batting,
whatever's in my
The
eye.
designated hitter.
In now is the Mariners DH, Cal Raleigh. He's 0 for 1. Raleigh, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2018.
That's a good
First
take.
pitch
That's a good take.
misses. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
It's a bad swing. That's not a good swing either. It's kind of the pitch you're looking for, except for we're way lower in the zone.
Missed with a changeup. Now 2-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
Does a good job of settling down after a kind of a sucky
Line
out.
of the pitch.
Okay,
And
fouled
they'll
away,
do
no
it
problem.
again. And a pitch. Good
Made that one
ball
pretty
clearance
easy.
there.
Okay, nicely
Able
done,
to take
Raleigh.
the walk.
Way
Do
to
you think you
work
could
a
draw
walk.
in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Ooh, that's a good question.
The right fielder.
I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Ripped on a line to center. Mullins
Damn.
pulls it
Really?
down and he makes the catch.
Okay.
And that's
Fastball,
the
I think,
3rd
moved a
out.
little more
Mariners lead
inside than I
one.
realized
Still
it did,
leading
and I
1-0.
thought I saw that a lot better. Fuck.
Jordan Westburg getting ready to hit his righty-lefty splits there.
Westburg.
The pitch. That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And that one a little below the knees. Going to count 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the
Okay,
air.
nice,
Shallow
nice.
left
Thought I
field.
undercut that a little too
Here
much.
puts it away for the
Nice
out.
play, Bliss.
And there's one down. And
We
now
kind of wanted
here
to. We
is
had.
Jackson Holiday.
I love J.P. Crawford. There's a possibility Crawford's able to get that ball, but we've seen before where it's like, hey, sometimes the speed is the call.
Pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Misses
Fuck.
just off the outside.
Okay, we got to figure out lefty, lefty, righty. Well, we actually take a look at their whole lineup. Actually,
Edge, I think that was a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off.
oh my God.
The M's up by a run, and we're the top half of the sixth. Struck him out looking.
I just don't understand where the
Definitely
zone
a
is.
borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
So the lineup flips over. Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fastball gets the corner at the knees. And misses inside. That one off the mark, and it's 2-2.
Fucking God. Because the peepers of an eagle up there.
Keeps the
Fucking,
at-bat going with
oh
a foul ball.
my
Pretty
God.
impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
This motherfucker is going to look at 8 pitches and at bat.
Dead hitter waits. Fights it off. He'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swings
Finally.
through that, and it's a strikeout.
Fuck.
And the Orioles set
24
down in
pitches
order. Make
to
it 6
one
shutout
dude over
innings,
his 3
3 out
at-bats.
there now.
Goodness
It's the Mariners
gracious.
1, and the Orioles nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Luis Urias. And that's in for a strike. Swing, and that ball smashed.
Darn. Darn, darny darn. That was sort of a righty. Well, okay, and then what? Okay, I think we bring in Saucedo, but I think we get through the first batter. That's a bad swing. Bliss, I am so sorry.
One down, base is empty.
Ball, that's out.
Fastball for a strike, and it's 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Swing and a ball hammered left field.
Go ball, go. Ryan Bliss, let's go, buddy. His first career home run. Hell yeah. That one felt good. Hey, 2 pretty rough strikeouts right there, but first home run.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it.
No, they're doing
all
the
of it.
awesome. Hell yeah.
And the batter now, Julio Rodriguez.
Perfect.
This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
And he went right back to that sweeping curve. A little surprising. That was the home run he just gave up.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce.
Still way too early.
Fires over to first. Rodriguez out of the play.
The left fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Seattle, Sam Haggerty. That's in there. Movement in the bullpen. Dean Kremer is up and throwing for Brandon.
So we do have a couple of righties.
Warming up as well. And through there for a strike. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Siggy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yeah, just one free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Mitch Garver up to hit here. In the air to left center. Mullins settles under it. Makes the play, and that's out number 3. 1 in the inning.
2 solo shots, and they're not doing anything else. Gosh darn it. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to go ahead and bring in.
And we're back. Stepping in.
We're going to leave. Let's see. Oop, hold on. Manager bullpen.
Austin
Hayes. Yeah.
And Hayes. And he deals.
This is his last batter, regardless of the results.
And a foul ball.
Not really looking for that result, but
they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Out to short.
yeah.
On
Bliss.
to France. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Good onside run.
Some of these animations are absolutely brutally slow.
Here's Adley Rutsch.
All right, and this is where we bring in the lefty. I know it's going to flip these next couple of batters, but they are slightly weaker, and it's weaker enough for me.
And we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break.
It's fine. You shouldn't be upset about that. It's a good outing.
Taylor Saucedo.
These are the
I say Tyler.
spots
Taylor
relievers
Saucedo.
really make a name for
Whatever.
themselves.
Saucedo's coming in.
Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
It's going to be our only left-handed pitcher, but if it stays like this, we might go with a Brash Munoz.
There's the strike.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
0-2 now. Good eye
God
right
damn
there.
it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Anthony Santander at the plate. There's a strike at the knees. The Mariners leading by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. That clips the corner.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And the slider just misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Yeah.
Out to short, Bliss.
Okay,
Slings
that's
it
a better
across,
one.
And it's a 1-2-3
Okay,
inning.
so we are going to take a
Orioles
true
held
7th
in
inning
check
stretch
there.
here.
They're still down.
We'll let it get
It's
into
2-0.
the game, and we'll take a quick pause. Quick pause. Twitch, hang out for a second. YouTube, the video will literally get paused.
We're back
So
in a new
there you
picture
go.
here
Oh,
to
we
start
got
the
Dean
bottom of the
Primer
7th. Dean Primer.
coming in. There's a look at his
Last
stats. I'm
pitch
going to
2
skip
days
through it
ago.
a little bit quickly because we're going to take a look at our lineup and see if there's anybody we need to change. Actually, just looking at this, we're fine. But we'll take a quick 7th inning stretch. We'll be right back on Twitch, YouTube. It's going to be just a click, clack, clunk. And we're back. We're ready. Polanco, France, Raleigh are fine. Let's take a look at our lineup here. Haniger, Arias, fine. Bliss is the one guy that we could maybe switch out, but he does have the home run. And then you'd probably switch out Haggerty. I think that would be it. So maybe not as much movement as I thought.
Polanco.
97 on a 4-seam. 91 on a cutter. Sinker at 94. Circle change at 88. 12-6 curve
And
at
here it
80.
comes. Just missed. And another ball.
Shouldn't have even been a thought about swinging at that one.
That misses.
That's a
And
great
ball
take right
3.
there.
So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He has
That's a
it.
good
We'll see
take
how the
right
sit-down
there.
turns out.
It looked good, but then
Pitch. And it's
that
foul
was
away.
ball 4.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
I kind of gave up on that one a little early.
In,
That's a
Ty
bummer.
France. Out to center. Mullins on his horse. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 up, 2 down.
Oh, boy.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. That misses the zone. 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
Let's give ourselves a look at the bullpen. Henderson, we have a lefty up at the moment. Lefty, righty, righty. Lefty and then a triple righty. So we can... Oh, actually, that's a little early on Munoz. Sit you down. Sorry, bud. We go Brash.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Swung out, counted.
That one felt good. That one felt good. There we go.
So much here, but here. Home run number 15 on the year. And they add to the lead. It's 3-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate.
Everything's a solo shot, so it's not
for them on autopilot.
we're not blowing this up. We're blowing them out. But we've done a good job a couple times now. You look at the Raleigh home run, you look at the Haniger home run specifically, just actively trying to be a little more patient after a really terrible out. And that feels good. That feels real good.
Two outs, nobody on. Now batting Mitch Haniger. He's already homered here in this one. That one's in there. That's strike one. And ball one. One run across in the frame so far here in the third and final game of the series. That one's in there, and that is strike two.
Okay.
And the righty deals. And down on strikes he goes, and that ends the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. Ready to begin the eighth, and into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. The wind of the pitch. Just
I
missed.
forgot that I swapped
right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's
I
coming
forgot
in.
that Cicero was in.
The 2-0 is in
There
for
we
a
go.
strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Into the
It's
outfield.
a really
base
bad
hit.
slider.
So a man on base to
The
start
slider
the
was either
inning.
way outside or
And next is the
didn't break at all. But we will bring in Santos here.
so out of the bullpen
Triple
for the
righties
Mariners,
coming up.
Gregory Santos.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
And that's in for a strike. Santos, a righty that throws with power. He features a slider, a sinker, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Hey, we're okay. Oh, for God's sake.
J.P. Crawford. He's forced into the game at shortstop due to the injury.
Number 3, JP.
The
So
number
next
of
to him for
injuries we
Baltimore,
have
Ryan Mountcastle.
with dives.
Hard ground ball for a base knock. Heading for the plate. Here's the throw. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the tying run at second. And a sac bunt here. Bare hands it. Tough play. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
Hey, we got through 2 full games of that Baltimore bullshit.
Here's the short.
This is fucking garbage.
New pitcher for the Mariners, Matt Brash.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Hey, we're okay. We're okay. We're going to get out of this. Fine. And then what? What did I not throw? Cutter.
That one's in there, 0-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
That's a ball.
Next offering is down low. Kicks and fires. Popped up left side. Should be extra bases. One runs in. A second scores as well. Back even. It's 3-3. And that's a double.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes. Really important.
In the air out towards right center.
That's not the animation I want at all.
He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly. 4-3. They take the lead.
Why was that the animation?
Right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
On the ground to third. Here's one.
The catcher, number 25.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Adley Rutschman. And a foul ball.
I don't know. I don't even get it. They just all of a sudden they're just on everything.
It's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things and makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Hayes around second. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and they take a 2-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks
You
up an
have
RBI.
got to be
Just a
kidding me.
solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Santander in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That's unbelievable.
But 9 batters hit in the inning, 5 come around to score. Last half of the 8th. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Brian Baker.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. Tries to force weak contact, so
We cannot get out of a series without this fuckhole of a team. I fucking hate playing Baltimore. God, I hate playing them.
And a pitch.
And we've been feast or famine all game long. It's been 3 solo home runs.
After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down anytime.
That's a ball.
And that skips in the dirt. Activity in the bullpen. Felix Bautista, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Aiken getting loose as well. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little
Fuck.
bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Man, that
Crawford,
sucks.
the next to hit, takes ball 1.
The bunts got me, gave me some trouble. The injury is kind of big, but we do get Crawford on.
And now for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Now fly ball to right center. Mullins sizes this one up. That's out number 2.
That's a really bad swing.
Next to hit, Sam Haggerty. 1 for 3. there's a foul ball. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pinch hitter coming on, Luke Raley.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The tying run at the plate. That's down.
Good take. This is a bad at bat. I needed to be more on top of it. Okay. Fouled away.
Tying run at the plate. And that's off the inside edge. And the count's even at 2.
Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
And that's a strikeout looking. A controversial called strike.
It's okay. We can't put it at the umpire's hands.
Seattle, still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3.
I can't believe we were able to hold this team to 1 run a game for 2 full games, and in 1 inning we undo everything.
Now at the plate, Brash back to work. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
I just needed one of those.
Swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Jorge Mateo at the plate and takes high there. Base is empty, 1 away. You're at the top of the 9th. Called strike right there.
1-1.
Man.
Next offer in there for a strike. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. That one just misses. Here's a 2-2. And another ball. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Fuck. God damn it. Mateo and Mullins, you fucking pains in my ass. Jesus.
A former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player.
Just pitch after fucking pitch after fucking pitch.
In there at the knees for a strike. Right-handed reliever. Hit on the ground, might be 2.
God, where was that last inning? Come on. Fuck.
Runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Orioles. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Felix Bautista.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it.
102, splitter at 91, and a slider at 87.
This one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Garver leading things off and takes a strike.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Ooh.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
And down on strikes.
Froze me low.
To start
Damn.
the bottom of the 9th. Jorge Polanco, the next to hit. And first offering is
Real early on that splitter. Darn
Bautista,
it.
a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. That misses, and now it's even 1-1. The Orioles trying to close out a 2-run lead. We're in the last half of the ninth inning.
Too aggressive on that swing, darn. And way too early.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Damn it. He threw...
It's a strikeout.
I don't think he threw anything but splitters in that at bat. That was
stepping in for the
awful.
Mariners, Ty France. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. And he swings and misses at the initial offer.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it. He's commanded his
Oh
fastball.
my God.
Tunnel, that splitter comes
13 miles an hour
just
difference.
falls out of it.
Bautista is just 1 strike away. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles
boy.
the finale of this 3-game series.
Wow, I felt real good right until that 8th inning. I thought we were in a good flow. And we got Baltimore. Every season we have, usually it happens in Baltimore. Usually we get a Baltimore bullshit game, and that was today. We give up 5 runs in the 8th. That's why I talked about, we got up to that 5-run lead in game number 1, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable with that. I didn't really feel all that comfortable with a 3-run lead, but I felt more comfortable than I did with the 5-run lead because we've been doing a pretty good job for 2 full games of shutting them down. But then just a horrendous 8th inning. Everything bounced their way. We did kind of get the benefit of the doubt in the first game where we had a lot of those balls kind of bounce in our favor. But we just could not get one to bounce. We had a bad injury to Ryan Bliss. We'll see what happens with that. We only come away with 5 hits. 3 of them were for home runs, but we gave up just too much in the 8th inning. 5 runs come across in a horrendous 8th. Santos responsible for the loss. He didn't even get out of the inning. No innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned, no strikeouts, no walks. Bautista picks up his 7th save. Dean Kremer comes up with the win. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 1 earned on his line with no walks. And Bautista is your player of the game. 1 inning pitched, no hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks, no earned. Holiday was, Jackson Holiday was 1 for 3 with a double that he drove into. Rushman was 1 for 4 with a double and a ribby. Arias was 2 for 3 with a double. Henderson was 1 for 4, and then we only knocked out 5 hits. Raleigh a 1 for, as was Haniger and Bliss, all of them with home runs. Bliss's first home run of his career, and Crawford was 1 for 1 in his lone appearance after the injury. I mean, it's just a bad game. It's so frustrating. Those are the losses I just fucking dread. 5 runs in the 8th inning. We can't get anybody out. The sacrifice bunt works to perfection, which I think changes the complexion of it just a little bit. I don't think maybe they're quite as aggressive trying to go home. If they think that we're going to try and get an out at first, or maybe that would have been out number 3 instead of out number, I think that actually would have made out number 3 instead of out number 2. Which means that we wouldn't have even had to go home. We could have just gone to first for the easy out. But, man, I think it maybe cuts a run off, maybe. God damn it. I fucking hate playing Baltimore. They're a very good team. They're a ridiculously good team. Their lineup top to bottom is really difficult, and it starts with Mullins, who looked at probably 8 pitches in at bat. I think he looked at 8 pitches through the first 3 at-bats, and I think he was keyed in on something. In that 4th at-bat, I think he went on the first or second pitch and drove in 2 runs. So what the fuck do I know? What an absolutely miserable, miserable day. Mullins only had 3 at-bats. He somehow struck out 3 times, but looked at about 24 pitches, so that sucks. He did get a ribby. Oh, was he the one... Did he bunt? Was he the bunter? Anyway, that'll do it. That's an unfortunate win, or an unfortunate game. So nothing popped up. So I'm guessing we've called up to AA. Sheldon, or He's been called up to replace an injured player. So is Bliss injured? What's he, our shortstop? Bliss is injured. Bruised hand, 1 to 6 days. That sucks. I have lost so many players to just diving. We lost Dylan Moore on a dive. We lost Adam Frazier twice on dives. Oh, that's frustrating. But not quite as frustrating as a loss today. We blow a 3-run lead and we fall 5-3. Our offense wasn't great, but we were able to get a hold of a couple of pitches. But we'll hopefully bounce back tomorrow against Toronto. We'll be wearing our City Connects. Luis Castillo was on the mound, 14-0 with a 1.05 ERA, taking on Chris Bassett and the Toronto Blue Jays, 4-5 with a 4.50 ERA. Weird how that works out. Subscribe over here. Ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. You can watch more baseball here. You can check out this morning's video up there. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll figure out what that little green exclamation point means tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. Good game. Go Sports. Good Mariners.